Howdy guys, welcome back to The Hanged Man. For this video, we are going to be picking up where we left off. Before we do that though, there is one item I forgot to grab. It's back on the first floor, so let's go down a couple floors, and I think it's going to be that same room where we grabbed the notebooks. These ones right here, the dusty notebook and the storybook. There's like a little door on the wall. I knew about it at the time of recording. I just totally forgot to pick it up. Where am I? No, not here. Go down another floor. Gosh, this place, it gets so frustrating because there's 5 of those levels. They all have 12 rooms on each level, so that's 60 rooms. And they all look the exact same. And of course, I'm looking through each individual room, like trying to find what to do. So it's just so much to look through. There's too many floors, or there's too many rooms. But anyways, not to complain too much, but yeah, come back in here, talk to this door, and it's gonna be a key. We're definitely gonna need this key right here. And man, if you don't know where this key is, you're gonna be stuck looking through those 60 rooms trying to figure out what to do. So grab this, and if you look in your inventory, it says visiting room 3. It has a tag reading Arkan. Okay. By the way, if you saw in my inventory, I still have the spray can. Now, you only have to mark one of the floors. There's 5 floors, like I said, but you only have to mark that first floor, which I think is technically the 2nd floor. And by the way, after you spray paint that wall, these 2 doors right here open up. We didn't have access to go in there yet. But let's not go in those yet. There's a couple more things I want to do first. I think just come to the first floor. By the first floor, I mean this first of the 5. This one right here. And then walk over to the right. God dang, our first jump scare. I've actually got the volume pretty low on my end, but yeah, that kind of made me jump when I first heard it. So come in here and you see there's blood on the bed. Talk to this. Says there's a dark red stain on it. And it says there's something under the bed. So let me read this really quick because it's kind of important. My beloved Alec, I heard you're being moved to the back of the building in 2 weeks. I suppose I'll never get to meet you again. If you can still understand me at all, read this letter carefully. 1 week from now, I'll come to see you. Sit at the rightmost seat in the visiting room. I'll have a knife put under the table. Take it with you in secret. There will be 2 more. There will be 2 there, but only take one. Arkan will bring the other one to you if you fail. Arkan has told me he'll definitely get this letter to you. Once you've read this, hide it and don't show anyone, because if anyone finds it, it will mean trouble for Arkan, your loving mother. Okay, so that was a note to this guy, and she's like stashing a knife for him. And that waiting room, that's the 2 doors that opened up right now. And that's actually a key you need. That key I just picked up, that's for one of the waiting rooms. So let's go in this one first just to talk about it. I don't know if you have to go in here. Oh, wait a second. Who's that? Who is that? I'm just kidding. I don't know who that is. But talk right here, and it says, oh, it's actually on the right-hand side. It says there's something under the table on the other side, but you can't reach. And I don't necessarily know if you have to do that. Like, check right there first. But come to this side. This place gives me a really bad feeling. And then use the key on this door right here. Okay. So just check the left side on this one because it's like reversed. You know how like they're both facing each other? There's something between the table and the floor. Obtain the knife. Nice! That is exactly what I wanted. I mean, honestly, when you're in a situation like this, you definitely want a knife. But, I mean, we're not going to... Wait, what was that? I saw that. Don't be trying to scare me. No, that wasn't too bad. But, yeah, I don't know what you do with the knife yet. So we're not going to use it in this video. So after that, there's still a couple things to do. Let's go. Yeah, talk to this first. This one wasn't here. It shows up after you do that whole scene. A newspaper dated a long time ago. Was this always here? No, it was not. Early last night, December 5th, at Deepwoods Hospital, patient Alec Johnson was found dead by a staff member. A knife was stuck deep in Alec's back, and the police are investigating it as a suicide. Since the patient Alec couldn't have possessed the knife, they believe Nina Johnson, his mother and sole guardian, gave it to him with the help of staff during visitation. Okay, so I think that was the other knife because she said she left 2 knives. So what do I do now? Let's go. Okay, so this is floor number 2, which every time you spray paint, it's always gonna, even if you think you're on a different floor, once you do that spray painting motion, you're on the 2nd floor, 2nd of the 5. You know what? Let me go grab the map to make this make more sense. Because I keep saying like 2nd floor, but technically I don't know if it's the 2nd floor. Just grab this map right here. Building map. And it's going to show you everything. So what I meant by 2nd floor was, you see it goes 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was the last one. And then right now we're on the 6th floor. If that makes sense. Which I think it does. Take the map. Definitely take that. Alright, now that we have that, let's go. I think it's not the 5th floor. I think it's maybe this one right here. But just walk all the way to the right-hand side.
Pop!
Oh, by the way, the hint for that too, if you look at the items, the map you just grabbed, you see that the 1411, that's the room we're in front of. It's got a cross through it. So talk to the door. It says, wait, what did that say? It won't open. It's been painted over with concrete. There's a small gap under the door. So what you want to do is just go in the door next to it, and you'll see light coming from the side.
Hey.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. In the first video when we first saw, this is the same guy that was sleeping when we first got in the building. Remember Pop was like, oh, look how nasty this hobo is. His clothes are disgusting. Something like that. I mean, his clothes actually look pretty nice, right? He doesn't even look that bad. It's like Pop was being a total jerk. All right, there's going to be quite a bit of dialogue, so I'll keep quiet for this.
You were the one in the hall earlier, huh? I thought about talking to you, but you were praying.
Pop!
Oh, this? Is it your pet?
He's more like my friend, kind of.
That's a cute friend you have. But still kind of weird to have a rat friend. I mean, they can't talk, right?
Pop can talk.
Oh, really? I've never met a talking rat before. Hey, Pop. Want to say hi to Ed?
Your name's Ed?
Yeah, short for Edward. And you?
Well, do you live here, Ed?
Nah. I have a home, but I can't go back. I'm staying here for a while. I would be leaving soon, but I've got something to do. So I'm still not sure.
Pop!
He ran off. I guess he hates me.
Pop!
Were you looking for him? Sorry I made him run. I'd like to help look, but I'm busy searching too.
What are you searching for?
A notebook. It's small and black. I thought it was in this room, but I can't find it.
Well, I'll look for Pop, but I'll bring that if I find it. Could you catch Pop if he comes back here?
Oh, sure thing. Thanks, Will.
I think he has some more dialogue, so let me talk to him one more time.
Was the notebook really here?
Yeah, it should have been. Maybe it was in some other room. I'll have to look around later.
You're making a real mess there.
I got hungry, so I've been eating. I think your friend wanted my leftovers.
So what do you guys think of this Ed guy? Is he the bad guy? I mean, with the stutter and all. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet. I haven't played too much further than what I'm going to show in this video. Alright, with that done, I think there's one more thing we have to do. So let's go... Okay, so just go back to the 5th floor. And on this floor, which is, I think, the hint, but you can kind of hear somebody cry in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's like a weird noise going on in the background. So just check. I think it's this room. And you see this room looks different because there's the 3 blood scratches on the desk. Talk to these. Says something's written on the desk. The monster's driving me out of here. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. And yeah, that's it. But just to bring it up too, I don't think I showed this off in my previous video, but that storybook we grabbed, it's called The Monster in the Mirror. Monster in the Mirror. Monster in the Mirror asks, what's your name? How old are you? Where do you live? What do you like? What do you hate? Are you a good kid? Are you a bad kid? Who are you? Who are you? Who is that in the mirror? So that, I mean, I don't know if we're going to have to deal with this monster coming up here in a little bit, but there's something to do with the monster. But if you don't do that, if you don't look in that room right there and go through that little cutscene, you can't progress in the game. You have to do that. Oh, wait a second. It won't open. Oh, wait a second. No, for this part, just start walking away. And you see the door mysteriously opens up. But the door will still open too. This cutscene coming up where you kind of pass out, not to give it away, but you can't progress unless you did everything I just showed you. There it is again. It sounds like somebody's crying. Right here you see a shadow over to the left-hand side too. I like how my flashlight passes through the wall. We're going to go there in just a second, but first we got to come in this room. Okay, and for this part, there's really nothing to grab or talk to. I mean, you could talk to everything, but just try to open this door over here. It says it won't open. And then I think just start walking away. That's going to trigger a little cutscene. Yeah, and Will just falls over, which I think would be my reaction to that too. This is why I hate the dark. Because there's always something there.
Okay, well, good night.
Mom,
Yes?
it's nothing.
If you say so. Good night.
Oh, geez, I hate mimes. Well, you know what? They're not that bad compared to, like, clowns. I freaking hate clowns. When it's night and the room goes dark, he always appears. He never says a word. He's just there. Now, I don't know if this is the same thing that attacked him. But it's just like a flashback of Will as a kid. He must be a mime. Try to call out for Mom, but it's pointless. He disappears once the lights come on. Just who is he? Does he want to tell me something? Is he my friend or is he? So we don't know if this guy's a bad guy. Same thing with Ed, the hobo. We don't know if he's good or bad.
You've got guts to take a nap here, kid.
And same thing with this guy too. I mean, this is the same guy that we ran into in the dining hall. There's going to be a little bit of dialogue here too, so let me get through this.
You! What did you come here for?
Did you find your rat? Just leave him. I'm sure he'll have a fine life out in the wild. Now, how about you give up and head home, Mr. William Morton?
Huh? Why do you...
Word of advice, when you run from home, don't bring your student ID. even if you do hide it in your jacket.
You can't just take people's things.
So what is it you skipped school and came all this way for? How about this then? What kind of business do you have with David? I'm asking you what you want with David, resident at 135 Womack Street. What's your relation to him?
I'm his cousin. No, stop snooping already.
One more thing. Are you receiving any threats?
Huh?
Demon child, huh? That's one worrying letter to be walking around with.
Give that back!
Answer my question. Or would you rather be lectured by a scary officer at the police station?
I'm not being threatened. I think.
Huh?
I said give it back. Why do you know David? Does he know you?
Met him a while back. Now we go drinking sometimes. So what's your story?
It's none of your business.
Really? Well, go off and look for your rat.
You come with me.
Huh? And why should I?
'Cause I'm
Speak up, kid.
'Cause I'm scared, walking around here on my own. You just laughed, didn't you?
I'm not laughing.
Liar.
Oh, I'm the liar. Why would you be getting scared now? You were waltzing around here just fine earlier.
Because Pop was with me. That's why I could still handle it.
Eh?
If Pop's there, I'm fine. If I listen to Pop, we'll always be okay. I should have known. I shouldn't have come here. Way out to this town. In all this snow. Pop tried to stop me. He said I shouldn't, but I kept insisting.
You hit your head, kid? If you really think your rat's talking to you, you ought to visit a hospital.
If Pop doesn't come back, what do I do? It's so cold, and I'm all alone. What if...
Hey now, don't cry. You're 14, right? You can't go cry.
I'm not crying.
Listen, this building's full of rats. Seen a bunch along the way. Does yours have any identifying features?
His right leg's bent. There's a little fur missing on it.
Alright. If I catch him, I'll bring him to you. But don't get your hopes up. You can keep searching some, but be ready to give up if you don't find him. You're not staying here past nightfall. Got that?
You won't come with me?
Do I look like I came here for a relaxing stroll? I'm busy with work here.
Just, who are you?
I'm a detective.
And why are you here?
That, my friend, is none of your business.
Well, what's your name?
Keith, now get on your way.
Alright, so Keith the detective. And before we leave, this is his bag right here. Let's take a look at it. You see it's shining. And this is a picture of the place we're at right now, the building. It says, all the years you've suffered, those were the best years of your life.
Hey, stop digging around in there.
Don't threaten me! Is that photo yours? That's this building, right?
Not mine. I'm borrowing it. Although, I doubt I'll give it back.
One more thing to do, too, before we take out of this room. Check this door right here.
Hey, Keith. Did you unlock this door?
Who knows? Must have been unlocked already.
And then now we have access to this, and this right here is going to be a key. And then before we take off, let me talk to... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's talk to Keith one more time. I think he's got some more stuff to say.
Hey, what kind of building is this anyway? A hospital?
It was an old mental hospital. It got shut down ages ago, though. After millionaire Jim Cork bought up the forest, it was repurposed as a homeless shelter for a few years.
Shelter?
A place the homeless could call home.
Was that incident 15 years ago thing true? What was it about?
Sorry, I'm not really one to tell spooky stories to people liable to wet their pants.
This building's strange. There are these shadows or something, and locked doors opening up all of a sudden.
Locked doors? Well, that'd be me.
Huh?
Unlike you, little trespasser, I have permission to be here, so I also borrowed some of the keys. Of course it's old, so lots have been lost to time.
But still, there are these shadow things. They're moving all around.
Oh yeah, shadows everywhere, because it's dark, and you're freaked out, so you think they're moving. What? Go on, find your rat.
Okay, yeah, I know that was a lot of dialogue, but it's all pretty important. You want to know about the backstory of this building. There is going to be some more backstory coming up, but first, let's take a look at the key we just got. It says document room, so if you just reference your map, I think that was area map 1, but that's going to be this one right here, which was back at the beginning. I know this map's not the easiest to read, but it does have all the floors labeled, floor 1, floor 2. But it's going to be back at the very beginning. So we got a little bit of walking to do. But what do you guys think of the voice acting? I kind of like it. I mean, it's a nice touch for a game like this. Some of the voices are better than others. Like the guy Keith, the detective we were just talking to. He's kind of a monotone voice, but it kind of fits him, I think. It's just a cool touch. I really like it. You know what else I like about this game, too? Games like Tabumsoft. I mean, they're free games in the App Store, like the Android market, but you gotta end up buying all this junk to get all the endings. So you end up spending more for a game like Tabumsoft, trying to get all the endings, than you do for a complete game like this, where you don't have to buy anything else. So it's just nice, and you don't have to deal with advertisements. It's really nice, actually. So back here, and then just to show it off, you can actually leave this place now, but if you go to leave, it says... Well, Will says Pop. If I left without Pop, I'd be a real scumbag. So we got to find Pop and get the hell out of here. This is the room that was shown on the map. It's right over here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is a doorway. So open up your inventory, use the key, and then...
Pop? Pop! Good, I found you. Come on down, Pop. Let's go. This place is just... You can't get down? Wait there. I'll get you down.
Yeah, so this room, it's like the document room, and you see there's a picture of like a weird frog on the back, which this picture actually changes once you grab all the items. So look at it now, and I don't know if it serves any sort of significance, but before we do that, let's grab these. It's obtain tarot cards, which I don't know what these do yet, but you can look at them. It's got a couple: the Chariot, Emperor, Magician, Justice, the Moon, the Hermit, Judgment, Tower, Hangman, and Death. I don't know what any of those cards represent. I have no idea. So just move this ladder over. You can actually move the ladder like in this spot right here, but you're not able to climb it here. And you can't move it after that. So just if you get the ladder stuck somewhere, just leave the room and come back, and it'll reset back to where it was. So just move over here, keep moving it, and then just scoot it in this little hole over here.
Pop! Why did you run away, Pop?
Oh man, Pop, stop running, man. We gotta get out of here. I want to leave this place. But I don't know Pop, his pet, or his friend. He hasn't said anything since he got scared by the detective the first time we met him. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's running. I don't know if he lost his ability to talk. I don't know what's going on. But one more thing to take a look at is this right here. It's a tabloid, and this part's actually pretty important for the backstory of the place we're at right now. So I'm going to read through this just because it does tie into the storyline. It's kind of a bit, so I'll try to make it fast. The tragedy that befell the homeless, the Happy Murders. Are you familiar with a certain incident that occurred in the deep woods on the outskirts of Marble Hill? Deep Woods Hospital, which once accommodated patients with mental illness, was abandoned in 1970 and long neglected, but it was later purchased, woods and all, by one Jim Cork, famous millionaire and philanthropist. Cork made use of the old hospital as a shelter for the homeless, calling in priests to open a chapel and running a social action program. Yet all this came to an end with the gruesome incident which would come to be called the Happy Murders. One winter day, a priest in the chapel noticed something amiss with the shelter's residents. He attempted to question them as they kept suspiciously silent and soon discovered 5 corpses in the building. The causes of death all differed from stabbing to strangling, and they were also found all in different locations. Yet there was one common feature. The bodies were all in plain sight, hanging from a rope in the room. After police questioning, 5 among the residents confessed to murder. Also their motives, they gave various reasons, having an argument or having never liked their victim, but they spoke not a word about the bodies hanging from the ropes. The police announced that most recent corpse was 3 days dead, and the oldest corpse had been dead for 3 weeks. Now you're noticing something bizarre, aren't you? In the 3 weeks since the first murder, 4 other murders took place. And the homeless residing in the shelter decided not to report them, but to go on pretending they didn't see a thing. After the 5 criminals confessed and stated their motives, they all made this final comment: "Now I've finally become happy." Cork and the facility completely shut down, and the homeless living there all dispersed without ever speaking of what happened. Deep Woods Hospital has not been demolished nor renewed since the Happy Murders. It simply sits there quietly in the forest. What's this? Is this the incident from 15 years ago Keith mentioned? So back when we first met Keith, he told Will this scary story, which his version of the story I think was a little bit different, but it's the same gist. And that just gives backstory to this hospital, or kind of like mental asylum that we're at right now. Yikes. Shouldn't have read that. Me reading stuff like that only makes things... I know, right? Can you imagine reading that if you're here looking for your pet? It's like, man, I got to get out of here. So we get to grab that. We get to keep that with us. And if we talk to the wall where Pop ran through, it says, "Pop, why are you running? Do you hate me now?" Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. All right, with all that done, I think, yeah, just that door right there opens up. So let's just go a little bit further. Let's grab this first and foremost. It's map number 3. And look at all this stuff. We haven't been in any of these rooms. Look how big this place is. So we got a lot of stuff to do still. I mean, I don't know how long this game goes on for, but we still have a lot of stuff to do, definitely. And take the map. Yeah, take that with you. So now we have, just to go over really quick, we got area map 1, 2, and 3. We still got a lot of this junk, like the letter, the note, the card, tarot cards, the notebooks. We do have the knife too, which I don't know what this does yet. And yeah, the pencil case. I've been like trying to use this on a bunch of stuff, but I mean, I'm sure we're going to use it eventually. I don't know. We're probably going to use most of the stuff. All right, after that, let's go to the left-hand side and talk to this vase or this little pot right here. Something's on top of the flower pot. Oh, Jesus. It had to be a doll. What is with these games and dolls, man? It's a headless doll, too. It's like, I don't want to see that. Come on. It's creepy. It's little fingers. I don't want to look at it anymore. Why is it headless and the string around it? Wait, is that... Oh, yeah, even better. Yeah, there's hair wrapped around it. That's even better. It's like... Come on. Jeez. Oh, you know what's the worst? Did you guys ever play
Sheesh, what is it?
what was that game called?
Are you just just ignoring
Well, there's also a bunch of dolls in oh, what's that game? I'm trying to think of all these games I played with dolls in them. Hide and Seek 2 Stranger, that one room with all the dolls. God, that was like the scariest room I've ever been in my life. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this is Sophie. We met her back at the first video I posted. She was in the diner. She's the one that we ran away from.
So, you're Will, right? I don't have the wrong person, do I? Oh, I'm glad I got it right. Okay, let's get going. You'll catch a cold.
Stop! Stay away from me. You're that cafe girl, aren't you? Why do you know me? And you stirred a hole for me earlier.
I asked David. You're his cousin, aren't you?
Huh? You asked David?
I'm David's friend. He's worried, don't you know? Okay, let's head home.
Hey, wait a sec. I said wait! Let go, you stupid girl!
Jeez, you're noisy. I'm just doing what I was asked, okay?
What do you mean, asked? Explain yourself.
So, after I was done with work, I called David. I was like, I had a customer who looked just like you. Then David said that was his cousin, who came to visit but disappeared, and he'd been looking. So I decided to help him look. A truck driver near the freeway said he saw a boy head into the woods alone. So I wondered if he might have been here.
Oh, you know what? When I first played through this, when I was practicing, I must have missed this line because I was thinking to myself, like, how did she know to come here and look for me? But I guess she asked the truck driver, and that guy saw us walking here.
David's been super worried, so what were you thinking, visiting him and then disappearing?
Oh, be quiet. I was gonna go back eventually, but that isn't important right now.
What's that mean?
I got separated from my friend in there. I can't leave until I find him.
Huh, you came here with your friend? David didn't say anything like that. Alright, in that case, I'll help you look.
Huh? Really?
I mean, there's no way you can just ditch your friend. Let's get you reunited and leave quick, okay? If it starts snowing hard, getting back will be rough.
I feel like she's going to be mad when she finds out it's a rat. I don't know yet. Actually, I know what to do a little bit further, but I'm going to stop the recording right here. I think it's getting kind of long. We're at past 30 minutes. So, yeah, I feel like she's going to be pissed. Like, you made me stay here for a rat, but I guess we'll probably find out soon enough. So I'm going to stop the video, but we do have Sophie in the party, and we're going to proceed. I'll probably post a video, I don't know, probably in a day or two. But I'm really liking this game. I'm really into it. So far, it's been great. Like the storyline, like the artwork. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.